Hello everybody, today I'd like to provide an updated demonstration of the 7x7x9 tower cuboid. This is made from an MFJS Meilong 9x9 as well as black 3D printed plastic extensions. And these extensions have been post-processed, meaning that the sides that touch each other have been sanded down so that they do not produce a scratchy sound when turning. And I'll demonstrate that a little bit later. But before we begin, let's take a look at these sticker shades in a checkerboard pattern. These are just the standard shades, and these stickers are cut by a personal friend of mine, and these shades look great. Despite its rather high order, I would consider 7x7x9 to be a higher order puzzle, the size is still relatively compact. If we compare it to an MoU RS3 3x3, this is just a standard size 3x3, we can see that the puzzle is bigger, but not substantially so. And in fact, just because I can, here is my 3x5x7. And it's actually smaller than it in all but one dimension. So the puzzle is not super large. And of course, the highlight about the tower cuboids is their ability to shapeshift. So I can turn the 7 side onto the 9 side. And I can continue to turn through that. And that effectively bandages the puzzle into a 7x7, one fully scrambled. And that's what the real appeal of this puzzle is that you can shapeshift it, and I'll give a full scramble demonstration a little bit later. Before that, let's get into the turning quality of the puzzle. As I said, it is post-processed, so we won't hear that scratchy sound. First, starting with some corner cutting. It can cut through a cubie relatively easily throughout any of the layers. And this puzzle is a little bit tighter just to prevent pops. Even so, it can still cut through that. Reverse is practically non-existent. You'll get just a little bit, but not much more. And of course, what we're really interested in is misalignment of multiple layers, and it will cut through that. That last one was pushing it a bit, but it'll cut through. Small misalignments, no problem. And this would be a good time to mention that the Meilong line puzzles of orders higher than 8x8 are only offered in stickerless at this time, so the internals of this puzzle are in stickerless, though when the layers are fully aligned with one another, you can only see the black plastic extensions. And with that, to really demonstrate that turning quality, let's execute some algorithms. So I can go ahead and execute the adjacent edge swap algorithm. I'll swap these two edges. The puzzle is just slightly too big for me to be able to execute that flawlessly, but good enough. I really do struggle to reach those U2s. We can also do the opposite edge swap. Just for kicks, let's go ahead and do a T-perm. Excusing my misalignments. That executes fairly well. And then, I don't know what to call this, but it's the final edge setup algorithm. Basically a T-perm in this puzzle. But that's what you would do to set up your final edges. That one flows relatively well. And then, I guess, parity. There's the parity algorithm. So yeah, overall, the flow is pretty good at the puzzle. I'm sure I could make it pop if I really tried, even though it's on tighter tensions, but I don't really want to push that with this puzzle. It is delicate, so it should be handled as such. Now, to really demonstrate the turning quality, I'm going to go ahead and do a full scramble the puzzle. In order to scramble tower cuboids, we first want to start by only rotating the layers in the, I guess in the 7 by 9 direction in 180-degree increments, and that ensures that we will get a full scramble before shapeshifting. So let's go ahead and start with that. The rest of the layers I can freely rotate in 90-degree increments, but I'm going to scramble it shape preserved. Tower cuboids are relatively fun to solve. They're not overly challenging. In my opinion, nowhere near as difficult as the ultimate shapeshifters. And they're substantially easier than the floppy shapeshifters. Towers, generally for me, are much more fun to solve. And as you can hear, the sound quality of the puzzle is pretty similar to a standard, unmodified Meilong 9x9. And I would say that that is a sufficient first part of the scramble. That's where we're at right now. And now we can go ahead and freely turn all layers in 90-degree increments. This has effectively banished the puzzle into a 7 by 7 by 7. And the first step of the solving process starts by solving the puzzle as if it is a 7 by 7 by 7, to restore it to its cuboid shape. Restoring the puzzle to its cuboid shape is the first step, and then from there it solves pretty similarly to other towers, like the 3 by 3 by 5. The process is honestly pretty similar to solving a, I would say, 4 by 4 by 6. Just because we have to do edge pairing, which is not something we have to do on 3 by 3 by 5. And with that rambling, I think I have gotten the puzzle to a fairly well scrambled state. When it's fully shapeshifted, that corner cutting really comes into play. Higher order puzzles that shapeshift, in my opinion, it's more difficult to align their layers. Sometimes you can't tell if a layer is aligned or if it's off by 1. But when the puzzle is a little bit more forgiving, it's a little easier. Anyways, that is a fully scrambled 7 by 7 by 9. And with that, I think I'll wrap up this demonstration video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.